So now that you've figured out what you're going to sell and you're getting ready to reach out to your manufacturers, you need something to sell your products. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to choose a shopping cart. And normally what happens when people start looking at shopping carts, they ask everyone they know, which, all those people say, well, I like X cart, I like Magento, or I like BigCommerce. And the next person say, no. Y cart is the best. That's the one you should be using. But to be honest, most carts will do just fine for you, right? Unless you're doing something really weird or spectacular. So I always recommend starting out using a hosted shopping cart. It's just a lot easier for you. It's less that you have to handle and allows you to do all the important things, which is building your business instead of being a web designer. So the two that I normally suggest are either Shopify or BigCommerce. It's ones I've used for many years, and you know what? They do a really good job. But there's plenty of other carts to look at, whether you're looking at Fortune 3 or 3D Cart or Lemon Stand or Foxy Cart or Core Commerce. They're all hosted platforms that allow you to kind of set up your store, let them handle the hosting and maintenance. So one of the things that I get a lot is, well, those cost you every month. And you know what? You're right. But the cost and difference between a hosted and a self-hosted account really aren't that big a difference. So let's say you start out with the Shopify basic plan, which is, $29 a month. If you want to do a self-hosted, you're going to have to start spending at least $10 a month for website hosting. You're going to need a dedicated IP address, which costs you anywhere between $2 and $4 a month. And you're going to have to get you an SSL certificate, which will cost around $10 a month, which means just for a basic setup, you're paying $24. But some of the things that the hosted carts provide are things like a content delivery network, which on your own, for just the basic level of that, there's an extra $9 a month, which now puts you at $33 a month, which is even more, and it doesn't even include the maintenance and testing. And if you're not sure where to start, just to let you know, I do have my cart prep program, which teaches you how to start out with Shopify. Now, I know many of you are going to say, I want to do it myself, right? I want the freedom, or I want the flexibility. I just want to do it myself, and that's completely understandable. What I normally do is I suggest either PrestaShop or OpenCart. I think they're probably two of the best open source platforms. They're really simple to use. They don't need heavy duty hosting. A lot of people will tell you to use Magento, and they're like, oh, there's millions of stores for Magento. And you're absolutely right, but it is actually a beast. It actually costs you more because you need better hosting. I wouldn't suggest spending less than $50 a month just on hosting alone. And there's a huge learning curve, right? And designing it out, it's overkill for most people. I don't think most people need it. Now, WordPress is another popular one. And in fact, my main site is done in WordPress, but I don't like using it as a e-commerce platform. There's a lot of designers out there that, in my opinion, they use WordPress because they're too lazy to learn anything else. That's just my opinion. And as much as I love it, there's security issues you need to look at when it comes. So below this video, you're going to see a variety of links, because if you want to try out Shopify or BigCommerce, go ahead and click there. But if you host it yourself, you're going to need your own hosting. You're going to need domain name, and I want you to go ahead and use the ones that I use. For website hosting, I use Virotech. It's probably a company you might not have heard of. If you ever look at other people's sites, they're going to tell you to use Bluehost. And they're going to tell you to use Bluehost because Bluehost pays a really good commission for referrals. But I think, personally, in my opinion, I think their hosting's not that good. So I would suggest not using it. And for domain names, I use Namecheap. I used to use GoDaddy, but GoDaddy's gotten expensive, and they've done a few shady things in the past, so I stick with Namecheap. So go ahead, get started when you're ready. Again, for less than $30 a month, you could have your very own business. Hey everyone, one thing I forgot here, below this video I've created a tiny little cheat sheet that will help you when it comes to trying to find a shopping cart. If you don't want to use one of the two that I suggested, this will allow you to at least lay out on paper what you're going to need from a shopping cart so that when you look at the features you can go ahead and compare and contrast. So go ahead and download it. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and sign up on my site at onlinestorehelp.com, and it will be part of your the course materials that come to you via email. So hope you got a lot out of this, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you like this video, then go ahead and like or comment below. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or my website, go ahead and subscribe by clicking the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any other useful videos. If you want to see the last video in this series, go ahead and click the video in the corner to watch. I also recommend going to my website and subscribing to my site, where you'll get things like cheat sheets and workbooks you can't get on YouTube.